The story opens, as any good Blade tale would, where we see a young woman in a club who appears to be being watched by some of its patrons. Nervously dropping her drink, the reflection would show that these club goers were all vampires who were out to claim their latest victim. Frantically pounding on the door to be let out, the woman looked on in horror as the monsters closed in, believing that this was her end. That is until a mysterious ray of what appeared to be sunlight beamed through the club, melting the arms off one of the beasts, where out of nowhere, a full-on car with solar-powered beams smashed through the wall, frying several bloodsuckers in the process. Stepping out of the vehicle, Blade emerged in probably the coolest intro since the blood rave in the movies, where he told the girl to hide. The man then proceeded to do what he did best, which was completely brutalize each of the undead members while looking stylish as ever. Approaching the woman, Blade told her it was safe and that he was here to escort her out. Getting into a sick whip, the girl asked just why everyone was trying to kill her, where Blade was hoping she can tell him the answer to this, where she then claimed that she was told that the club would be safe. We then flash back to a week earlier, where we see the corpse of a man pinned with several swords against the wall. This is then revealed to be the body of the mysterious woman's boyfriend, who is being investigated by Blade and a werewolf named Tanaka. The man then recruited Blade to find the woman we saw earlier in the story, for she was of utmost importance to the supernatural world, and that all pure-blooded beings of the night could sense it. Revealing that the girl's name was Dana Smith, Tanaka hired Blade to find her and discover who was trying to kill her, believing that it was a powerful group of immortal members of the occult. Not exactly thrilled with the notion of getting involved with weird Illuminati psycho hunters, Eric asked just why he should help, where Tanaka told him that he owed him a favor. Before their conversation could continue, the supposed deceased boyfriend then sprang to life with a monstrous screech, where it mutated into a demonic-like monster. Without a flinch of emotion, Blade launched a katana into the man's mouth, permanently killing him. Agreeing to this mission, Blade retrieved his weapon and told the werewolf that if he was lying or deceiving him, he would soon regret it. Fast forward to present day, we see Blade and the girl arrive to Tanaka's house. As they waited for the furry man, Eric told Dana to start giving some answers, where she began to cry over the loss of her boyfriend, saying that she had no idea what was going on. After asking what her BF's murderer looked like, we are then soon given the answer, where a giant hooded man crashed through the ceiling, nearly killing them both. Telling Dana to stand back, we see Eric go to engage the masked brute, who spoke in a mysterious language. Not knowing, or frankly caring, what the dude just said, Blade rushed the man, but was quickly overpowered and tossed aside into the nearby wall. Speaking a magical incantation, the warrior then managed to snare Dana in a mystic trap, where he then used another spell to encase his sword in flame. Preparing to strike Dana down, a quick-thinking Eric then kicked a nearby couch towards Dana, knocking her out of harm's way, where he then stabbed the man in the leg, where they resumed their violent duel. As the pair fought, we see a bizarre change in Dana's countenance as she watched the fight. Her initial frightened demeanor soon took a dark transformation as a twisted smile formed over her face. Managing to disarm the Titan, Blade then used his power to cut the man to pieces, which then caused a giant explosion of energy to erupt from the house, shattering the windows. As the dust settled, Eric asked if Dana was alright, where, as she stood holding the assassin's blade, claimed that she hadn't felt this good in over 5,000 years. She then told the man that she had been a fan of his for quite some time, and that he had done well in slaying her would-be killer. We then discover that Dana was actually an entity named Adonna, and that blade had destroyed the one man that could kill her. Well, to be more precise, it was the sword used by the giant man who tried to kill her. Realizing he had been tricked, our boy Eric had no time for additional monologuing and sliced the girl's head clean off. While normally this would be the end for most of the creatures he had faced in the past, Blade was shocked to see the severed head was still alive, as it told him that Tanaka had served her well in using Blade to keep her safe, and that she would soon form this world in her demonic image. Saying that she liked Blade, she planned on keeping him alive, but wished to hear him scream. She then summoned the shards of broken glass to tear through the man's body, where he collapsed to the ground. Knowing that he would heal, Adonna told the hunter to find her again, so she can make him scream once more. Making her way outside, we are then taken to a bizarre and sickening sight as Adonna then used the sacred blade to cut right through the center of her face. As the crimson trickled down, we then see her begin to peel at her skin, where she completely tears it off, exposing her bloodied muscle tissue underneath. We then see the demon grab the blade and walk towards the ocean waters, where her shadow soon morphed into life, where it enveloped her, transporting to parts unknown. Nearly 2 weeks later, we are brought to the mountains of Cambodia, where we see a woman named Ratha, who is revealed to be the sister of the assassin that Blade killed those days prior. We then see Blade had been captured by the remaining assassins, who were torturing the man for killing their brother and bringing Adonna's curse on mankind. Knowing they planned to kill him, Ratha knew that there was still hope for this world yet. Killing her own brethren, she then made her way to save Eric, where she asked the man if he would aid her in stopping this threat and saving this world. Without much hesitation, Blade pretty much said sure, why not, with the curious Ratha saying that he was different from what she expected, only for the hunter to smirk, saying that she had no idea.